Seniors, let's be honest. Growing older on a small pension or limited savings can feel crushing. The bills don't shrink, groceries cost more, and every doctor's visit reminds you that health isn't cheap. But here's a truth most won't say out loud. Happiness in old age doesn't come from the size of your bank account, it comes from the daily habits that shape how you live with what you already have. I've met seniors with very little who still laugh every morning, and I've seen wealthy ones who wake up bitter and alone. The difference? Not luck, but choice. Welcome back to Journey After 60. Today, I want to share some practical, down-to-earth habits that help seniors living on little still enjoy dignity, lasting joy, and real peace of mind. After all, aging isn't about what you lose, it's about how wisely you use what you have. So before we dive in, if even one of these words speaks to your situation, don't just scroll away. Save this video for the days when money feels tight. Share it with a friend who might need encouragement, and subscribe to Journey After 60 so you don't walk this path alone. Now, let's begin with the very first habit. It's not about earning more, it's about shifting one simple mindset that instantly lightens the weight of living with less. Number 1. Measuring life by what you lack. One of the quietest traps that steals happiness in later years, especially when money is tight, is constantly measuring life by what you don't have. It might begin with comparing your pension to your neighbors, noticing the vacations your children can afford, or wishing you could buy the same brand new gadgets everyone else seems to carry. At first, these thoughts feel harmless, but over time, they become a lens that colors every moment with dissatisfaction. A 2018 study from the Stanford Center on Longevity found that nearly 64% of seniors who frequently compared their finances to others reported lower life satisfaction, regardless of their actual income. Psychologists call this the comparison trap, and it is one of the strongest predictors of unhappiness in later life. The problem isn't poverty itself, it's the feeling of less than that turns a modest life into a heavy burden. And when conversations revolve around what's missing, whether it's money, possessions, or opportunities, even close friends can feel drained and quietly pull back. But here's the truth many seniors discover late. Joy does not grow in the soil of comparison. It grows in attention, paying attention to what you already have, however small. I've met elders who live in simple, one-room houses, yet their laughter fills the space as if it were a palace. What made the difference wasn't their wallet, but their ability to value what was within reach. A cup of tea, a phone call with an old friend, the comfort of a familiar chair. If you catch yourself falling into the lack mindset, try shifting the scale. Instead of asking, "What do I not have?" ask, "What can I still enjoy today without needing more money?" It could be walking under the morning sun, cooking a simple dish with care, or telling an old story that brings smiles. These moments, repeated daily, build a kind of wealth no bank can measure. Let's start from small things. Each day, name 3 simple things you're grateful for that don't cost a cent, like the morning sun, a warm cup of tea, or a call from family. And when the urge to complain about what you lack comes up, pause and reframe it into something you can still do or enjoy. Over time, this shift lightens your own heart and makes others feel more at ease around you. When you stop talking about what's missing and start noticing what's present, people lean closer. They feel lighter around you. They want to share your company, not avoid it. Because gratitude is contagious and it costs nothing. If comparing is the first silent habit that robs seniors of joy, the next one is even trickier because it hides not in your words, but in how you treat your own body when the budget feels thin. Number 2, neglecting your health because of a tight budget. It often starts quietly, not with a big decision, but with little compromises. You skip a doctor's visit because the fee feels too high. You pass on fresh fruits and vegetables because the instant noodles are cheaper. At first, it seems harmless, just one visit postponed, one healthy meal replaced. But slowly, these small choices add up, and before long, your body begins to carry the cost of saving money. Aging with little money does not mean surrendering your health. In fact, ignoring your well-being is one of the quickest ways to drain both happiness and finances later. Medical bills from preventable conditions almost always end up costing far more than the simple habits that could have protected you. And beyond money, poor health takes away what no savings account can restore: your independence, your freedom to move, your joy in daily life. I once spoke with my neighbor Mr. Johnson, who often shared his morning coffee with me on the front porch. He admitted, "I thought I was saving by skipping regular checkups, but when I finally went to the hospital, it was too late. The treatment was 10 times the cost." Hearing him say this, with the same hands that once fixed half the cars in our street now trembling from illness, struck me deeply. His story isn't unique. It's a reality many seniors discover too late. The truth is, caring for yourself is not a luxury, it's survival. When money feels tight, the key is to return to the basics. Start with habits that cost little or nothing: walking every day, stretching gently, drinking enough water, and keeping a regular sleep schedule. These require no extra money, yet they restore energy and protect your strength. In the kitchen, remember that healthy food doesn't have to be expensive. Beans, lentils, leafy greens, and seasonal vegetables often cost less than processed snacks while nourishing your body better. And don't overlook the resources around you. Many community clinics and senior programs provide affordable checkups that catch small problems before they become heavy burdens. The key is to see your health as an investment, not an expense. Each small choice to care for your body now is a way of protecting the little money you do have, while also preserving the joy of living independently. If this reminder speaks to you, save this video now, because just like a health checkup, keeping these lessons close today might save you from heavier costs tomorrow. So while many believe saving money means cutting corners on health, the truth is that neglect only makes life harder and more expensive in the long run. And yet there is an even subtler habit that robs happiness, not through the body or the wallet, but through the quiet voice we repeat inside our own minds every single day. Number 3, letting clutter steal your peace. Happiness doesn't only depend on money in the bank, it also lives in the spaces we wake up to every morning. For many seniors, especially those who've lived in the same home for decades, possessions quietly pile up: old clothes, broken appliances, boxes of papers we meant to sort someday. At first it feels harmless, but clutter creeps like ivy, and before long, the home itself becomes heavy, stealing calm instead of giving comfort. The weight of clutter isn't just physical, it's emotional. Every untouched pile of clothes whispers of tasks left undone. Every broken object reminds us of money wasted. And every crowded shelf makes the home feel smaller than it really is. Instead of being a place of rest, the house becomes a storage room for the past. And for seniors living with limited means, this emotional heaviness can feel overwhelming, creating the illusion that life itself is too cramped to hold any new joy. When clutter begins to weigh down your days, the best way forward is to take it step by step. Start with one corner, not the whole house. Choose a drawer, a table, or a single shelf and clear it until you feel space again. Donate what you no longer use and keep only what truly serves your daily life. A simple rule is, if you haven't touched it in a year, it's time to let it go. This doesn't require money, it requires decisions, and every small step toward order gives back peace that no purchase can buy. Have you ever cleared out a corner of your home and felt lighter right away? Share your own experience in the comments. I'd love to know what small change brought you the biggest sense of peace. But even with a tidy home and healthier self-talk, there's still one final habit that can quietly rob seniors of happiness: isolating from others even when connection could cost nothing at all. Number 4. Pulling away from people. For many years, I was the quiet, introverted neighbor, the one who never joined the social gatherings in the neighborhood. Part of it was my nature, but a bigger part came from the thought that, with my limited budget, I had nothing to contribute. I told myself, better to stay home than to feel embarrassed. But one day, almost by accident, I decided to join a small community event. To my surprise, it didn't cost much at all, just a little time, a little presence. And what I received in return was priceless: laughter, meaningful conversations, and the feeling of belonging. That single step showed me that happiness doesn't depend on money spent, but on the connections we nurture and the spirit we bring. Silence can be comforting, but too much of it becomes a wall. Many seniors, especially those living on a tight budget, slowly withdraw from others, not because they don't care, but because they feel embarrassed about having less. Invitations are declined with excuses, calls go unanswered, and neighbors are greeted with only a quick wave at the door. Bit by bit, connection fades, and the days grow longer and heavier. From my own years of research and countless conversations with seniors, one truth has become impossible to ignore. Withdrawing from people is far more dangerous than living with little money. A 2021 report from the World Health Organization showed that older adults who experience social isolation face a 50% higher risk of depression compared to those who remain connected. And the damage doesn't stop there. Loneliness can weaken the immune system, raise blood pressure, and even shorten life expectancy. The way out of this quiet isolation doesn't require wealth, it requires intention. Begin with small, affordable gestures. Invite a neighbor for a simple walk, or join a free community activity at the local senior center. Keep a routine of calling a family member at least once a week, even if just for 5 minutes. Relationships thrive on consistency, not luxury. And remember, offering your time, your stories, or even just your listening ear is often more valuable than anything money could buy. Living happily on little money is not about counting what you lack, but about nurturing what truly sustains you. And nothing sustains the human spirit more than connection. And now, after walking through each of these habits, we've reached the part where I bring everything together: the lessons, the warnings, and the choices that can help us live with more peace and dignity, even when money is limited. We've now walked through the 5 habits that quietly shape how we experience life on a small budget. Measuring ourselves by what we lack, neglecting our health, speaking harshly to ourselves, letting clutter steal our peace, and withdrawing from others. Each one may seem minor on its own, but together they can slowly drain the joy from our later years. But the deeper truth is this: happiness in old age is not a matter of wealth, but of wisdom. By choosing gratitude over comparison, care over neglect, kindness over self-criticism, simplicity over clutter, and connection over isolation, we build a life that feels rich, even with little money. So before you leave, take a moment to reflect. Which of these habits do you see in your own life? And which change will you start with today? Share your thoughts in the comments, because your story might encourage someone else who needs it. And if this video gave you value, don't forget to like, save, and subscribe, so together we can continue creating a community where aging is not about loss, but about living with dignity, peace, and strength. Thanks for watching till now, and see you in next video.